Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. Actually, we forgot one concept in the Redux library. There is nothing but the selectors. So we will be using this create selector, use selector. These all things we will be using. So actually, what is the advantage of using these selectors? So I will show you a small demo in this one. So I am creating a new app here. Here I will be creating. So let's try to install here Redux. So first let me try to install the Redux. Okay. Redux is installed and I am installing the React Redux also. So let's install the React Redux library. So before installing this one, so now what we will try to do is let's try to create a file store.js. Okay, so this is the store.js, and in this store.js, so now what I will try to do is I am creating a new component post list. I am creating here new file post list.js. This is a new component post list. Okay, so this is a new component. Now this one is the store.js. Now in this post list, what I will be trying to do is function post list. Okay, post list. Here it will be of props, and here what I can do is return. So div. Here I will be writing h2 post list. Okay, so this is the post list data. Now what I will try to do here. So Redux is also installed. React Redux is also installed. Now what I will try to do here I will be creating a reducer. That is nothing but the post reducer. So same thing. So I am creating just a sample thing. So in order to show you the importance of the using of the selectors. So here I will be having constant initial state. Initial state is equal to, here I will be having the post data. So what I can do is I will take something like title post 1, and what I will try to do is active. I will be keeping another one, nothing but the is active true. Okay, let's think that is active is true. So I will be having another one, that is nothing but the another post I will be having. So it is also post 2. I will have another one post 3 and also post 4. So let's try to keep it as a false. Okay, so two things will be in the false and two things will be in the true. Let's assume. Now I will create here export function. What I can write here, so post reducer, right? So post reducer. So in this one what we will be having, so state is equal to initial state. Okay, and also what I can do, action. Okay, so action. So first what I will try to do is I will try to return the state as it is. Now here I will have another data, that is nothing but the filter. Okay, the filter type. So I will write something like show active. So if the filter is show active means we need to show only the active posts. And also I am having another variable nothing but the count. Okay, so these are the things what we are having in the initial state. So now what I will try to do is, so here I will create a action reducer, that is nothing but the post actions. Okay, post actions.js file, and here we will be having export constant increment underscore count. Okay, so this is nothing but the what I can say is increment count. So now here what I will do, here I will be having a action creator. So these all we have already discussed, these all the things. So increment increment count. Okay, increment count. So now here what I will try to do, so here it will return the action, that is nothing but what I can say is type of increment count. Here I will be having increment count. That's it. So we have an action creator. Let's go to the post list.js. So we are having the list of posts, right? So here I can do what I will be trying to do, map state to props. So we will be creating map state to props. This one will take the state, and in this state what you will be having, so you will return the post. Let's assume that post, we are returning the post, that is nothing but the state dot post. So we got the post. Now what I can do, export default connect. Okay, we will be using the connect, right? Connect of, what I can say, this connect of map state to props, and here we will be sending the component name. So this is the actual implementation. So before implementing, what we need to do, we need to go to the app.js, and we can remove this one all everything, and here I can remove this one also. I can remove this one also. So what I will try to do, here I will add post list. That's it, right? post list. I can use this post list. This is the component, and we need to introduce the store also. So here what I can do, here I can add a provider. Okay, these are all things we have already know about these all things. So that is the reason I am not going fastly. So now here, so provider, we have added the provider also. That's it. So we have added the store setup. So store, I think store is not there. So let's try to create a store. So here you will be having what we can say, export default store. So let's add me the store. Sorry, export default store. Now for that store, I will be creating constant store is equal to create store. Okay, create store of, we need to send the post reducer here. That's it, right? So this is the store, and here what I can do in the app.js or in the index.js, so we need to give the store. So here I will be giving the store. That's it. Now let's try to see the output. So it's the, yeah, here we what we are trying to see, post list.js does not correspond to name post list. Let's go to the app.js. So sorry, here we are having some mistake. Yeah. So now let's try to open the output. So if I try to open the output, so here I am able to see the post list. So no errors, nothing. So now what I need to do here, let's go to the post list.js file, and here let me loop over the post list. So here I will loop over the post list. So in this one what I can do is, so props.post. So as we are getting the post thing, so dot map, I can have the post is single post, and what I can do here, I can add a div, so that what I can do, so here what I will try to do, post dot title, right? So we have the title, post dot title, and also what we can do, we need to give the unique also, key is equal to, so what we need to do, post dot title. Okay, so this is the post thing. So we are showing the complete post details. So here I'm able to see the complete post details. So now what I will try to do is, so just apply the style here, so that it will come something like left side, something around 30 pixel I will add it. Okay, so now if I try to see the output, so it need to move it aside. So why it isn't moved? So here style is equal to margin left. So here I have added the style is equal to margin left. Perfect, right? So it's not a problem, nothing is there. So what is the problem? It unable to show. Yeah, so now we are able to see, right? So I added the semicolon, so that is the reason it came error. So now post list, we are able to see the post. So now what is the thing I need to do is, up to here it is perfect, fine. So we have connected the store, we have created a reducer, we have created an action. So these all things finished. So now what I want to do is, so here I will create a button. Okay, so here I will create a button, so that what it will try to do is increment count. So it will, what it will try to do, it will increment a count. What is that count is nothing but, in the post reducer this count variable is there, right? So this count variable, it will be incrementing 0, 1, 2, 3. Whenever I click on that button, it will be incrementing by 1. So now what I need to do here, let's try to create the action. So now what I will do is, in the post list here, post list, so here I will be having constant map dispatch to props, right? So map dispatch to props is equal to, you will be having the dispatch method. So here in this one, what you will try to do, he will try to return the object. So first one will be the increment, and this is the object. You will be having a calling method, so that you will be calling the dispatch of increment, right? Increment count, that's it. So this is the dispatch method. So now we need to add this dispatch props to the connect method. That's it. So now whenever somebody clicks on this one, so we will try to show the count also. So count, so let's take the count from the state. Okay, so now here what I will try to do, here at the bottom I will show the count also. So that is nothing but it will come from the props.count. Up to here it is fine. Now whenever somebody clicks on this button, okay, so button, so just call the dispatch method, that is which is present in the props.increment. So which will call in return the props.increment means, so action it will call this one. So we need to add the reducer for this one. So here what I can do, if action.type is equal to increment underscore count. If it is increment underscore more count means I need to return the state, whatever the state we are having, I need to return the state, and also I need to return the count. So that should be state dot count plus 1. Okay, so this one is the incrementation of the count. So now let's try to see the output. Yeah, here I'm able to see the 0 and also the 1. Whenever I am clicking on the increment button, okay, it is not updating. So let's try to see why it is not getting updated. Hopefully everything is correct. So let's try to refresh it and run again. So I'm trying to refresh this button. So now what I will try to do is I will click on the increment. Yeah, it's working. So now the counter is incrementing whenever I'm clicking on this button. So now you need to understand that this count variable is nowhere concerned with this post thing. So this post is nowhere related to the count thing. So for example, if you go to the post reducer, this count is a different and these all posts and the filter is a different thing. So these are nowhere concerned with the count. So if the count is incremented also, the post will not change, post data value will not change. Now I will show you one scenario that I want to get the posts which are only active. Okay, now what I will try to do here, I will write a method something like constant. So wherever you want you can write it, get active posts or something like this. Okay, so I will be having a method something like get active posts. So here what I will try to write is, so it will take the state comma filter. Okay, the type of filter it will take. So here what I will do is I will try to write the switch statement. Okay, switch statement, it will take the filter. Okay, so here I will be writing case show underscore active. Okay, so if we are getting show underscore active means, so post dot filter. Okay, so we need to return post dot filter, we need to filter the post. So now you will be getting each post and here post dot is active. So if whatever that is true, we need to send this one. So now what I will try to do, I will be having another case that is nothing but the show underscore inactive. Let's assume if this is the case means what I need to do. So here not of post dot active. Okay, not of post dot active. So here this is the concept. So now what I will try to do here, so now the default case. So we will be having the default case and what I will try to do is return only the post. That's it. So this is the case. So we are having a switch case. So this is the method. Okay. So this is the switch case. So now here we are having the post data. Okay, we will take the post. So this is the switch case. Now get active post. Where I need to call here the post data. So in the post data, I will call this get active post and I need to send the posts and the filter, right? So what I will try to do, I will try to send both the state dot post and also the filter that is available in the state dot filter. So that is nothing but in the post reducer you are having show underscore active. So we are having the two things here, state dot post and the state dot filter. We are sending it to the get active post and depending on this one it will filter you the post thing. So now if I try to refresh here, so we are getting only post 1 and post 2. That means these are the only posts which are inactive. Here you will be able to see these are the only posts which are inactive. We are able to get the true. Now if you try to add a debugger here, now let's try to see. Now if I add a debugger here, okay, so now if you execute this one, you are able to get a debugger. Okay, fine. So first time it is getting the data. Okay, it is again calling get active post. Okay, fine, let's assume. So unnecessarily it called 2 times. I don't know why it called 2 times. So then now I will tell you why it is calling 2 times. Now I am clicking on this increment button. Let's assume I am clicking on this increment button means what it will try to do. So if I click on the increment button in the post reducer, it will increment the count value. That is nothing but the count value it will try to increment. Okay, there is nowhere concerned that post data will be changing. So if the button is increment button is pressed means the count data will be only the thing which will be updated, but the post data and the filter which will be not updated at any time. So that means for us when a post when a counter is incrementing means there is no need for us to execute this function again. Right? Why? Because here we are not using this count variable somewhere for doing the logic. So here with the what we can say the filter value is not changing and also the post value is also not changing. So that means there is no way concern to rerun this code logic again. Now let's try to see here. So if I click on this refresh, so it ran first time, okay, second time also it ran, fine. So now I am clicking on this increment button. See, if I click on this increment button, see again it is calling the get active post. If you try to see, we are incrementing the counter, but it is again calling the get active post. If I click in this one, So but the data will not change, but the logic everything is executing. Okay, if there is a logic, more logic and all those things means, so it will the performance issue, you will be having a performance issue. So that means these type of things, state data, it will be executed. So you need to understand that in every store in the React projects, whenever any data in the store, whenever whatever the data it may be concerned, whenever any data in the store is get updated means every components what are there in the React.js, whoever are using map state to props, so everything will be rerun again. Okay, you need to understand. So everything will be rerun again. Here I am running this get active post means this method is rerun again, whether the state what it has updated has no way concerned about this function also, it will rerun it again. So this causes a most performance issues, and also it will be related to the coding bad coding thing. So now how can we overcome this one? So whenever the data related to this function parameters only changed, only if it executes it will be nice. So if nowhere concerned that count variable is updating also, this method is executing means that is a bad thing. So in the next video what we will try to do is how to overcome this one by using the selectors. So for this scenario to overcome this one, we will be using the selectors in the Redux. As the same we have used in the NGRX also selectors concept, right? The same thing. So we will be using the selector concepts also here. So we will try to use it in the try to use it in the next video by using these selectors. How can we overcome this scenario? Okay. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.